Whoa.
Before you go any further, here's the truth. This is the only video you need. Everything you've been trying to understand about your existence, the universe, and your place in it is right here. This isn't just information, it's a revelation. Watch closely. Absorb every moment, and you'll never see the world the same way again. Reality as you know it is a lie. The world you see, touch, and experience is merely the first of 12 ascending realms of consciousness. Each stage peels away another layer of this worldly illusion, revealing your true divine nature. From this dense physical world to the pure light of the source, we'll guide you through a transformation that will forever alter your perception of self and universe.
Okay.
Are you ready to reclaim your forgotten divinity?
Yeah,
You're
I
here
guess
because
so.
you're searching for answers about the universe, your purpose, and what lies beyond.
Yeah, I kind of
This
have,
video
actually.
has what you need to know, but here's the key. These aren't just ideas, they're revelations. Listen closely, absorb every word, and you'll start to see reality in a completely new way. I promise. You know, the truth is, there's a deeper structure behind everything you see and experience, one that reveals how you fit into this vast system. Imagine a universe where everything, every thought, feeling, and experience connects to a larger design. This isn't just talk. It's the hidden framework of existence. And here's the thing. You're a part of it. Reality isn't random. It's organized, layered, and constantly evolving, from pure chaos at the bottom to divine unity at the top. Each of these 12 layers or domains represents a stage in the journey of the soul, including yours. Every layer has a purpose, a role in showing you how to rise beyond the limits of the physical world and tap into something greater. But here's why this matters now. Understanding this structure will help you break free from the endless loop of confusion and struggle. As you move through each layer, you'll see how the universe unfolds in stages, going from pure chaos to the highest realms of order and divine consciousness. At the lowest level, everything starts as pure chaos. It's the raw, formless state of the universe. Nothing is organized, nothing is defined. Life feels messy and confusing. Nothing seems to go right, and you feel stuck. Like everything is out of your control. Days blur together, and it's hard to find meaning in anything. But as you rise, things become clearer. Imagine peeling back layers of fog until you reach a place of complete understanding and light. That's the journey of the 12 domains, and that's the journey waiting for you. So the journey begins with two forces, the source and the void. These aren't just abstract ideas. They're the first building blocks of everything, including you. Think of the source as the raw potential of the universe, of God or the universe, a powerful force that holds everything together. It's pure energy, untouched by form or limits. The source is where everything, including you, originates. It's the foundation, the seed of all creation. Imagine this as a spark, a point where everything exists in perfect unity. But here's the interesting part. For this unity to fully express itself, it has to divide, like a single beam of light, splitting into countless colors. From God or the universe, all things emerge, each with its own form, purpose, and path. Just as light breaks into many colors, the source divides to reveal the richness and diversity of life. That's where the void comes in. The void isn't empty space. Instead, it's like a cosmic womb, holding endless possibilities that haven't taken shape yet. It separates the unmanifested source from the rest of creation, acting as the stage where everything plays out. It's the space where ideas and forms wait to come alive, including all potential versions of you. It's like a blank page a writer stares at, full of potential. So in the void, ideas and forms hover on the edge of existence, waiting for the moment they'll come to life. It's like when you stand at a crossroads in life, knowing that any path you choose will lead to a different version of you. The void is that space before you make the choice, holding all possible outcomes, each as real as the next. waiting for you to bring one of them into reality. It's where all potential versions of you exist until you take a step forward, bringing one of those versions to life. But why does this matter? See, the source and the void are the ultimate forces behind everything. Without the void, the source would stay unexpressed, locked away. And without the source, the void would remain empty, without purpose. Together, they create a powerful cycle, a rhythm of creation, growth, and rebirth that everything, including you, flows through. When you meditate, seek answers, or wonder about your place in the world, you're actually connecting with these forces. Every time you feel a spark of inspiration or a deep need for change, that's the source pushing through the void into your life. And by understanding these first two stages, you're tapping into the most powerful truth about yourself. This means you are not separate, but that you're a part of this divine process, here to create and become something profound. The journey of understanding starts here, with you as a part of the source, passing through the void, ready to experience life on every level. But as you take this journey to understand the nature of creation, a powerful truth emerges. The world you see, feel, and live in exists because of duality. Duality isn't just a concept. It's the starting point of all experience, the initial split from pure divine unity. This separation allows each part of creation to understand itself, to grow, to experience. You are here right now because of this dance of opposites, this movement from oneness into a world of contrasts. Understanding it will change how you see yourself and your life. Duality is like life's natural balance scale. Think about how moments of failure make success taste sweeter. If life were a series of wins, we'd likely take them for granted, never really feeling the joy of accomplishment. It's the times we fall that teach us to rise, and each setback builds our resilience. Without experiencing both, we'd never know our true potential, nor would we truly appreciate our victories. Imagine, if you will, a single point of divine energy, whole and complete, like a still lake. In its wholeness, it knows everything, but it cannot experience itself. There is nothing separate from it, nothing outside it. To experience, this unity must divide, creating a balance of opposites, light and dark, being and non-being, positive and negative. In this split, unity finds expression, forming a vibrant world where each encounter with opposites deepens the beauty and complexity of life. But why does this matter to you watching right now? Well, duality shapes everything in your life. Your thoughts, your emotions, and even your relationships. Every experience you have is filtered through these opposing forces. You feel joy because you've known sorrow. You seek love because you understand loneliness. Each moment of your life is made meaningful by this play of opposites. Without it, there would be no contrast, no growth, no discovery. One question I often receive on the channel is this: if we truly have the God-given power to manifest our lives, then why do suffering, war, and negativity exist in the world? This is where the role of duality becomes essential. Just as light is only understood in the presence of darkness, growth and wisdom arise from contrast. In a world filled solely with positivity and harmony, there would be no challenges to overcome, no lessons to learn, and no depth to our understanding. Difficult experiences, though painful, reveal the strength of our choices, the depth of our compassion, and the resilience within us. The existence of bad in the world doesn't contradict our power to manifest or the presence of divine guidance. Instead, it's part of a larger design that allows us to realize and develop our true potential. Each soul encounters the darker side of duality, and it's in those moments that we're driven to grow, ultimately experiencing the full, rich spectrum of existence. Just as the word human reflects a being of light, it also implies its opposite, darkness. Without light, there would be no darkness, and without darkness, there would be no growth. Consider how seeds must root in the dark soil before they sprout, or how embryos develop in the hidden warmth of the womb. In the same way, our souls grow and evolve in the darkness of the universe. This contrast is not only essential, but purposeful, as it provides the very conditions we need to unlock our potential and understand our place within the vast dance of creation. But back to duality. Think of duality as the DNA of existence, the blueprint that creates every experience. Just like DNA holds the code for life and exists out of two strings, duality holds the foundation for everything you see, think, and feel. Imagine a world without contrast. No dark to highlight light, no pain to heighten joy, no struggle to reveal strength. Duality isn't here to make life hard, it's here to give life meaning. Without it, there would be no journey, no process of becoming. Look around your life, and you'll see how duality plays out every day. Your mind goes back and forth between hope and doubt, your heart swings from love to fear, and your sense of self grows as you contrast who you are with who you are not. This dance of opposites shapes every part of your existence. It's the framework through which the divine allows you to discover yourself, to learn, to change, and to realize your purpose. But here's the revelation. What if these opposites aren't actually separate? What if they are different expressions of the same divine energy? Take male and female. It's not just about gender. Both energies exist within every person. To be whole, you need both the masculine drive for action and the feminine flow of intuition. The shocking truth? When you embrace both energies, you unlock your full creative and spiritual potential, transcending traditional definitions of identity, or light and darkness. Light is often seen as good and dark as bad, but in reality, they are interdependent. True understanding comes from seeing them as two sides of the same force. Without darkness, light has no purpose. Without light, darkness remains formless. Darkness is where inner transformation happens, and it's only through confronting it that we fully understand our own power, and as the cold and warmth. Warmth gives us comfort, but it's in the cold that we find resilience. Cold shocks the body, forcing it to adapt and grow stronger physically and mentally. Embracing discomfort, like exposure to cold, is a path to inner strength. Just as warmth brings relaxation, cold brings clarity. A balance of both is needed for survival and self-discovery, and in order and chaos. Order may feel safe, but it's in chaos that true creativity is born. It's no wonder that genius creative people often suffer from a lot of chaos. It shakes us out of complacency and forces us to evolve. Chaos disrupts the predictable, opening doors to new ideas and possibilities that order alone can't reveal. Order keeps us grounded, providing structure and stability, but without chaos, there would be no breakthroughs, no growth, no evolution. It's chaos that sparks the fire of transformation, pushing us beyond our limits to discover what's possible. Just like life and death. The shocking reality? Death is not the end, but a part of the cycle of renewal.
What?
Life and death are intertwined. Without death, there can be no rebirth, no growth. It's only through the awareness of mortality that life gains urgency and meaning. Every end is a new beginning, and it's the shadow of death that gives life its vibrancy. And like love and hate are more closely related than we realize. Both are intense energies that bind us to others, and the line between them can be thin. But often, the most profound hatred is rooted in love, and vice versa. Understanding both is essential for emotional depth and healing. Without hate, love wouldn't feel as intense, and without love, hate wouldn't be as consuming. And in freedom and constraint, True freedom isn't possible without constraints. Boundaries give freedom meaning and purpose. Imagine being able to do anything without limits. Paradoxically, it would feel empty. It's within the constraints of reality, time, physical laws, and even moral codes, that freedom becomes precious and worth striving for. And like growth and decay, decay is often seen as a negative, but it's nature's way of clearing space for new growth. Cells in our bodies are constantly dying to make room for new ones, just as forests shed leaves to nourish the soil. The truth is that decay is a form of renewal. Without it, growth would be impossible, and life would stagnate, as the mind and heart. We're taught to follow either our heart or our mind, but the truth is, we need both. The mind provides structure, while the heart brings depth and empathy. Without the balance of both, decisions lack soul, and emotions lack direction. And like joy and sorrow, we chase joy and avoid sorrow, but it's through sorrow that joy becomes meaningful. Without sorrow, joy would be shallow, and without joy, sorrow would be unbearable. The most fulfilling lives are those that embrace both. Each makes the other more profound. Just like those who have suffered the most often experience the deepest joy, as sound and silence. Sound is life, but silence is where wisdom is born. In the silence between sounds, we find peace, reflection, and clarity. Without silence, sound is overwhelming, and without sound, silence is void. Embracing both brings harmony, grounding us in the present moment where true awareness lies. And like faith and doubt, faith is powerful, but it's doubt that really tests us and strengthens our faith. Doubt forces us to confront our beliefs, evolving them into something more resilient. The truth is that true faith isn't blind. It's forged in the fire of doubt. Only when tested does faith become unshakable. Just like reality and illusion. Reality seems fixed, but it's shaped by perception. Illusions show us how flexible reality can be. Thoughts and beliefs alter our experience of the world. The surprise, what we call reality, is often just a consensus of shared illusions. Embracing both allows us to shape reality in ways we never thought possible. And like hope and despair, hope is only meaningful in the face of despair. Despair brings us to our lowest points, but it's through this experience that hope gains strength. The most resilient hope is born in the darkness, refusing to be extinguished. Without despair, hope would be hollow. It's the contrast that makes hope powerful. Like truth and deception, we crave truth, but deception often reveals hidden truths about ourselves. Lies expose our blind spots, our weaknesses, and our desires. Deception can be a tool for growth, revealing parts of ourselves that truth alone would never touch. Embracing both helps us see life more clearly. You see, each of these dualities is a doorway to deeper understanding, showing us that life's complexity is both beautiful and essential for growth. Embracing both sides allows us to experience life fully, revealing a unity that transcends any one side alone. So life, with all its contrasts and seeming contradictions, is perfectly crafted by the source. Everything, from light and dark to love and hate, exists in perfect balance. Every experience, every duality, is part of this divine architecture, reminding us that there is purpose in all things. Everything is duality, and in understanding that, we begin to glimpse the perfection underlying it all. And science has begun to hint at this truth. Quantum physics reveals that particles can exist in multiple states at once, blurring the lines between what we think is distinct. This mirrors an ancient spiritual truth that opposites, light and dark, joy and sorrow, are ultimately unified, inseparable expressions of one divine source. In In the same way, every challenge contains a lesson. Every loss holds the seed of gain. This isn't just a symbol. It's a truth about life that runs through every experience. In this world of duality, you're not here to choose one side and reject the other. This might seem cliché, but you're here to understand and embrace both. Really, because by doing so, you unlock a deeper awareness. You realize that every experience, every feeling is a part of the divine journey, a way to know yourself more fully, to explore the range of who you are. This is the gift of duality. It allows you to see, feel, and understand the full spectrum of life. And consider how this understanding changes everything. What if you stopped seeing challenges as obstacles and instead saw them as essential parts of growth? What if every emotion, even fear and sorrow, were seen as necessary steps toward wisdom? By accepting both sides of life, you begin to glimpse a greater wholeness, a unity beneath the surface. This is what mystics and spiritual teachers from all religions have pointed to across centuries. The realization that beyond duality lies a single, unbroken reality. When you embrace this unity, you step into a higher awareness. You begin to see the boundaries between things as temporary, created to let you experience and explore, but not to hold you captive. Every tradition of wisdom has taught that transcending duality is the path to true freedom. This isn't about denying one side or the other. It's about seeing the divine energy that runs through everything. The journey to higher awareness begins here, with the realization that everything in your life is connected, part of a larger whole. Embracing this perspective doesn't make challenges disappear. It transforms them into opportunities for growth. It allows you to face every part of yourself with acceptance, knowing that both the good and bad are essential for discovering who you really are. Now, as we stand at this pivotal point in our journey, a question arises. If duality is the foundation of experience, how does it lead to the complex, diverse reality we see all around us? The answer lies in the next stage, where we'll explore how these divine opposites weave together to form the rich tapestry of life. This is not just a journey through creation. It's your journey. By understanding duality, you're taking the first steps toward embracing the full range of existence as a human. The path to deeper understanding begins with accepting both sides of yourself, opening the door to a higher awareness and a truer version of who you are. You've glimpsed the balance of opposites, but there's something that goes beyond all division. Imagine a mind so vast, so boundless, that it contains every thought, every feeling you've ever had, and every possibility you'll ever experience. This is the Godhead, the source of all consciousness, the root of divine awareness. As you explore this idea, you'll discover that it's not distant or abstract. In fact, the Godhead mirrors the deepest truths of your own inner world. Think of pure awareness, igniting within the infinite void. This is the Godhead, the original seed from which everything in reality blooms. Think of it as the ultimate source, holding within itself all potential, all existence. This isn't just a concept. It's the essence of your awareness, magnified to an unimaginable scale. Let's consider something fascinating. How can the one become many while still remaining one? This is the paradox of the Godhead. In its boundless nature, it doesn't divide to break apart, but to experience every angle of existence. Just like a prism, when light shines through, it separates into a spectrum of colors. Yet all colors are still part of the original white light. Similarly, the Godhead separates itself into individual awarenesses, including yours. When we say Godhead, we're talking about the ultimate source of everything, where pure consciousness first begins to perceive itself. Think about the universe, where atoms and molecules form intricate structures, galaxies, and ecosystems. This order isn't random. It's It's a reflection of a vast intelligence that operates within every cell, every particle, and even within you. The Godhead is the source of that intelligence, the original awareness from which everything you see springs. Let's take an example you can see all around you. The patterns of nature. Certain shapes seem to repeat themselves, like the spirals of a seashell, the arrangement of leaves on a plant. This is known as the Fibonacci sequence, or the golden ratio, a mathematical pattern that appears in everything from galaxies to pine cones. These patterns are reflections of a larger intelligent order, a cosmic design that the Godhead expresses through the forms of nature. Every spiral, every symmetry, is a reminder of the vast intelligence that brings balance and beauty into existence. What's even more astonishing is that this same ratio can be found within our own bodies. The Fibonacci sequence isn't just a feature of plants, shells, or galaxies. It's woven into human biology itself. Take the structure of our faces, for instance. The width of the mouth compared to the width of the nose, the spacing between the eyes, and the proportions of our facial features all reflect this golden ratio. This is why certain faces are often perceived as symmetrical or beautiful. They mirror the divine mathematics of nature. Our bodies follow this sequence in other ways too. Look at the lengths of your forearm and hand. If you measure them, you'll find they form a Fibonacci ratio. This isn't just coincidence. This balance enables optimal movement and strength. Similarly, our fingers are proportioned so that each segment of the finger, from the base to the tip, aligns with Fibonacci ratios, enhancing the dexterity and control we have in our hands. Even at the microscopic level, the Fibonacci sequence shapes us. The structure of DNA, the molecule carrying genetic information in all living beings, follows these divine proportions. A full turn of the DNA double helix measures 34 angstroms in length and 21 angstroms in width, both Fibonacci numbers. This intricate structure mirrors the same cosmic pattern, showing that the golden ratio is embedded in the blueprint of life itself. This pattern even appears in the timing of human development. For instance, the average length of a full-term pregnancy is 38 weeks, a Fibonacci number. Phases of fetal growth and development often align with the same rhythmic progression, showing that life itself follows nature's golden rhythm. And these patterns extend to the very way we experience growth. Just as trees branch out in Fibonacci patterns, or flowers bloom in spirals, the journey of life, from birth to maturity to old age, reflects cycles of growth and transformation, each with its own beauty and purpose. These recurring patterns, spirals in galaxies, symmetry in our bodies, ratios in DNA, and rhythms in development, are all part of a larger intelligent order. The Fibonacci sequence is the Godhead expressing itself through both nature and humanity, a cosmic blueprint that connects all living things. Every spiral, every symmetry, every ratio, from the curve of a fern to the proportions of a human face, is a reminder of the vast intelligence that orchestrates balance, harmony, and beauty in the world. And every thought you think, every emotion you feel, is a reflection of this greater awareness. Have you ever had a moment where you suddenly understood something profound or felt a deep connection with someone? These aren't random. They're glimpses of the Godhead perceiving itself through your unique experience. You are, in a very real sense, a reflection of this universal mind, and every insight or connection you experience is the Godhead recognizing itself through you. This divine awareness doesn't just manifest in people. It's woven into the very fabric of reality. Take, for example, the delicate balance of nature, where ecosystems depend on an invisible harmony. Forests.
Oh, okay then.